Hey, what's up? I'm Fee.
And I'm G.
Welcome to FeGe. So today's video is going to be interesting. We're actually going to give you guys a little story on how we met. So how did we meet?
So we actually met each other in another country. We were both stationed in South Korea on a rotation because we are both military veterans. If you guys didn't know that. Pretty sure you didn't know that. But whatever. So yeah, we met in South Korea.
We did. So it's kind of funny. So my job I had several jobs. So when you're in the military, you have your job and then you got 10 other jobs that you're tasked to do. So one of the jobs that I was actually tasked to do is I was a bus driver for our actual battalion. So I would literally be moving soldiers from like their housing to their workplace to the food place back to housing.
Because when you go on rotations in the military, you're not allowed to drive sometimes. So that was one of those situations.
I drove. I was special.
Let me correct this. Certain people are allowed to drive.
I was special.
I was not one of those people.
No.
And I actually met her while she was driving the bus one day.
Yes. So it's so funny. So a girl that was in my company actually got moved, and she was in your company. Did she get moved to your company?
Yeah, she got moved to my company.
Okay, yeah, so she got moved to her company, but I was actually exchanging my phone number with her. So I was driving the bus. I handed my phone back to one of the girls that used to be in my old company. I was like, okay, here, put your number in, whatever. And then
I snatched the phone from her, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna put my number in your phone too. Or did I take your number? It doesn't matter. I took her phone, and then I put my number in her phone. Really aggressive. But at the time, I didn't have any ill intentions. She's the bus driver. She's how all of us were getting around. I was like, okay, this is a good source to have. I promise.
That's what she says.
This is a good source to have. So I'm going to give her my number.
She seen me and she was like, damn, baby, it's fine. I got to get them digits.
No, when I saw her, she had these raggedy ass plaits in her hair. Let me tell y'all. I was like, oh, this girl ought to be shaming herself because okay, so this is Fee's second time going natural.
Round two.
So when I met her, her hair was really long and she had been natural.
We'll insert pictures.
Yeah. She had been natural for almost 5 years, I think.
It was gone. No, it was 4.
Okay. Well, it was for some time. And so she had these really long little plaits, but they had been in for looked like a month.
Well, I was one of the first people in Korea. So I was with Advon, they call it Advon, you go first, right? So I had been there probably 3 weeks before everyone else came. And I had did those braids probably 2 weeks before I came. So it had been
almost a month.
Almost 2 months, actually.
So she's driving this bus, I'm giving her my number, no ill intentions. And I was thinking to myself, she's wrong for this shit. Look at her hair. I thought it was weave because I didn't know. I was like, she don't have this raggedy ass braided weave in her hair forever. But it was her.
But I still got that number though.
Yeah,
I still got those digits.
But wasn't nobody trying to push up on her at that time. So if we fast forward now, so a group of us had got together. Fee was supposed to be cooking for us.
Oh God.
Some fish and boiled eggs or something. I know, it's weird. So she was supposed to be cooking for us. And she made us this meal. It was absolutely awful.
Terrible. Everybody hated it. Everybody was like, yeah. But you gotta remember, so I'm the type of person that literally can eat the same thing every day.
But see, that wasn't the problem.
Every day without seasoning.
That was the problem. Homegirl had no seasoning.
I just put that shit in the oven and we eat it. Like, that's all there is.
And it's like 6 of us waiting on her to cook this fabulous meal. And it's like,
it was actually fish, broccoli. I think that was it. And literally nobody ate their food.
They had boiled eggs too.
Maybe I did not boil eggs.
Yeah, but it was probably for like your snack later on.
Yeah.
But
I did. I was meal prepping. Because girl.
If you don't know, Fee's really big into health and fitness, and you know.
I was looking extra scrumptious.
But anyway.
So yeah, we ended up, a group of us were just like hanging out, and I had a friend, and then she had a friend. They were like mutual friends, so to speak. Our friends of mutual friends. So we started hanging out, or like texting. She had, this is what she did. she came and knocked on my door and told me, because I guess I didn't respond fast enough. She was like, I text you. And then she had on these little booty shorts, some little house slippers.
If you're not around this time after we had been hanging out for a while,
we hadn't even really hung out. It was literally like group settings though. Like
That's the same thing as hanging out though, babe.
Yeah, but it wasn't like we were actually like hanging out. It was more like
whatever. By this time, the point is, I'm starting to really feel her. I'm like, okay, she's cool, she's nice, she's fun, she got a nice little vibe going on. She had took the raggedy ass braids down, and I was like, oh, okay, that was just like a protective situation. So I get that, because at the time I had cut my hair off.
Yeah, so she had little baby hair.
Itty bitty. We'll insert a picture of that too. I had went natural.
We'll insert it with this. Actually, it's probably gonna be like a little video.
No, I have an actual picture when I first cut it, so we can insert that.
Okay, or that, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I came and I knocked on her door and I was like, did you get my message? Because I had texted her because I was like, I'm about to start talking to baby. I texted her and she never responded. And she was like, let me check or whatever. I was on the phone. So, you know.
I was 2 phone shorty at the time. So I had my American phone still using Wi-Fi to talk and communicate. And then I also had a Korean phone. So
no. What we called it, because at the time Drake's song had came out. So
Hotline Bling.
She was Hotline Bling.
Yeah, I had the Hotline Bling shorty. Yeah, exactly. So she came, she's like, oh, did you get my text? And I was like, oh, I haven't seen it. I'll text you back. And then from there, we just started texting and hanging out, and
we just clicked.
Yeah, we had fun. We was running the streets of Korea, and honestly, she introduced me into like my love of food, like trying. I'm still skeptical on trying new food because like I said, I will eat the same thing over and over again. If you take me to a restaurant, I'm literally ordering the same meal, same dessert, the same drink. I'm just that person. But she's definitely opened my eyes and my palate. Yeah. So we stayed out eating. We stayed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. My nose. We stayed out eating, hanging out, having a good time, shopping. We spent a lot of money on shopping. And then from there, it was interesting because we were originally stationed in Hawaii. So I was the first one to leave Korea since I was the first one there. And when we left Korea to go back to Hawaii, we were kind of like in a place where we're like, are we gonna keep talking? Are we not gonna keep talking? And I got back and I was just like,
we kept talking.
Yeah.
Now there is a little bit more to this story, but we'll tell you guys that later. Y'all just have to stay tuned. But long story short is we met in Korea.
Yes.
And it was, I wouldn't say it was love at first sight. It was probably infatuation at first sight.
It was. But you know what, honestly, like I had never experienced the type of connection that Geneva and I have. When we would, like, it was almost like, it was spiritual, but it was also like this like energy, right? Like
it was like a pull.
Yeah. And when she was like having a bad day, even if I hadn't seen her, like I could literally like feel her energy and that connection. Our dogs want to bark, right?
Yeah, that's Mars.
That type of connection, like I had never ever experienced, and it was just, I fell in love with her. I mean, how could you not? She's adorable. She really is.
The same thing for me. It was like this gravitational pull towards her, and everything about her, it just screamed like, you know, this is the person you need to be, you know, trying to get to know or trying to be with. Like, it was just like, I don't know, it's like all the planets aligned, all the stars were in the right spots, and it was just this magnetic force that was magical, and I just could not be in her presence. I always wanted to be around her, and it's just, she brought so much joy to me, and she actually exposed me to a lot of things I didn't even know about myself, and it's just like, it was wonderful. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, do not have this girl. Don't have this girl. But no, honestly, like when I say I prayed for the type of relationship that Geneva and I have, like I never knew exactly what it was, but honestly, like God said, like, here she is. But all right, y'all, we ain't gonna keep y'all too long.
Yep, that's the story of how we met.
South Korea shorties.
Yeah, that's right.
South Korea shorties.
No juicy girls here. If you don't know what a juicy girl is, it's basically a prostitute.
It's a Korean prostitute. Anyways, TMI, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, until next video.
We'll see you guys next time on FeGe. Oh God, her and her
Read it.
personality.
Read it. At the Right Fit, you can get you one. Yep, shoptherightfit.com, baby.
Bye, y'all.
Boom.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. See you next time.